Hello, welcome back. It's Marina from the Butterfly Effect, and this is the Pisces, Scorpio and Cancer reading, the first week in October for my water signs, last but not least. And the main message is the Mermaid of Immersion, which is complete commitment. I'm going to read a bit from this. This is a lovely reading for pretty, not everyone, but mostly. Okay. Here we go. It has come time to completely involve yourself. You have been holding back, only going so far with a new project or with a commitment to yourself, and always pulling back at the last moment from taking the step. You are holding a part of yourself back, watching, judging, always assessing whether this is right or wrong. You are surrounding yourself with what you consider to be protection and what humans call buffer zones, and you claim you want to change. You claim you wish to understand, you claim you wish to have this done. If this is true, then the time has come to take a deep breath, dive off the edge of the cliff and immerse yourself fully in the waters of change. Go underneath to the truth of what has happened and surround yourself only with what supports that change. The time has come to remove the buffer zones and to have enough faith in your friendship and family relations to know that if they are meant to be, there will be there when you return. You need not take this plunge. It is not compulsory, but it is what you have claimed you wanted. Come with me. I will teach you how to breathe underwater, and then finally the truth you have claimed you have been reaching for will be yours. This has been a time of always planning, not doing, procrastinating and making excuses for hold-ups, reasoning to not go ahead, choosing to live on the land of excuses and old ways, when the deep underneath is calling for you. Your soul has asked you to do this, but you continually waste your time and fritter it away. It is precious, it is bright, it is good. This is different from enjoyment. This is fear masquerading. There are poisons and toxins, old thoughts and patterns that you have maintained. Break free, dive in, dive deep. Be surrounded by and belong to the beauty you wish to become. When you return to the land, everything will have changed in beautiful ways. What a card. Right, we're kicking off with Pisces first. So the main card that came through was the Emperor, my masculine energy. So this can be your own energy if you're a Pisces male, or your own father. But this person is very devoted, has come through as a monk and a prince. So someone who has a selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit, and a romantic charm and potential for power. So powerful stuff already for Pisces. Now my Pisces female, you have the Six of Wands with forgiveness here. So this Six of Wands is success, it's praise, it's adulation, it is the win. So if you want success with this Emperor, then forgiveness is required. And you'll know why. Basically, they have at some point let you down in the Four of Cups, possibly excluded you, sidelined you, but in the main this is feeling let down and cheated and maybe a little bored in a relationship. This Emperor is probably an air sign, Aquarius, Libra or Gemini, with the King of Swords here. The King of Swords is very highly principled. He is a keen strategist, quite a cold character. When you think of his counterpart, the Queen of Swords, that's literally why they're a match. He is, he's very, very high-minded. He actually was the mastermind behind the Trojan horse, and he's also very merciful. He's very rarely malicious, but he has a kind of inner homelessness about him. He's very much a wanderer. It's all about his ideals, his principles, honour, but he can do complete 180s in terms of who his allegiance is focused on. He doesn't have any warmth, he lacks empathy, and he's not really, he struggles in love because of this, and certainly those who fall in love with him are often quite disappointed because he's not able to show any warmth. How he will, his love language, if you like, is sexual. It doesn't really come from the heart space. He's all, you know, mind and loins, basically. So this might be someone that strikes a chord with you, that you maybe been in a relationship with. Maybe they have gone off wandering in the Four of Cups here and left you disappointed. But if they are coming back around as the Emperor, they may have matured. They may have, you know, taken on other qualities of the kings, because the Emperor encompasses all of the kings. If you want success here, then you are going to have to forgive them, or vice versa, however that resonates for you, my female Pisces. For my male Pisces, we have the Queen of Swords. What's the chances? This is very similar to the Aries reading. Not so much the content, well, maybe a little, but the fact that I had my Emperor and my Empress here, now I have a matching pair, my King of Swords and my Queen of Swords. So this is Atalanta. I covered her off at the weekend in one of the air signs reading. She's also a very cold character. She's actually come through as the child orphan, which suits her perfectly. Independence based on learning to go it alone and conquering fear of surviving, because Atalanta was abandoned by her father. Not so much abandoned, but actually left for dead on a hillside, and brought up by the bears. So her entire life was about trying to impress her father. So she adopted all masculine qualities and very few feminine. She is the huntress, and incredibly competitive. So this is why they're a matching pair. So if you're a male Pisces, this is possibly the female you're dealing with. Doesn't need to be a romantic interest, can be a sister, a colleague, a boss. But yeah, the Queen of Swords. And there is some struggles with this Queen of Swords with the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. So it could be a work-based situation with the Seven of Pentacles here. This is usually a difficult work situation that needs to be made. All the sevens are lessons. And this is where Daedalus, after being upgraded in the Six of Pentacles, has now been offered some sort of expansion with regards to his work and career, his income. But if he is to take this offer, then it does mean that he is betraying his patron. So this is why it's a difficult situation for him. But if he doesn't take it, it sort of indicates stagnation and non-progress. So yeah, a little bit of a tough decision. The Nine of Wands increases the difficulty. This is real struggle, but it's also perseverance. It's hanging on in there, and having the agility and the guile to navigate this enormous ship through this tiny little crack here. So basically you are probably coming through as the Emperor and Pisces male, dealing with an air sign, if not an air sign, then a female who embodies these sort of qualities that you're maybe struggling with in a work situation. Okay. But you know, we do have commitment, so it's sort of indicating that a path must be chosen and fully committed to, one way or another. For Cancer, your main cards, this is a bit of an anomaly. The Sun and the Eight of Cups. Now the Sun is the best card in the deck. It is enlightenment, it's material achievement, it's banishing all darkness. Apollo has incredible foresight here. But with the Eight of Cups being here, this is quite a dark card. This is actually going into the underworld, where it's literally the opposite of what Apollo would, you know, be involved in. He comes out after Hecate, the moon goddess, to dispel all of the darkness. So I'm seeing some real confusion here for you, Cancer, because in the Eight of Cups you've got prayer. This can be praying for, you know, something that you don't currently have. It can be your prayers being answered by walking away from an emotional situation. But at the same time, the clarity and the achievement and the enlightenment has come with confusion. So you really are at odds this week, Cancer, as to, I think, what direction to take. Now, as my female Cancerians, you have the Ace of Wands with enlightenment. So I think you've taken the lighter path here. The Ace of Wands is fantastic. It's come up just in the fire sign reading there. I can't remember which one. But this is something brand new. It's very inspirational. It can be a new job offer. It can be a new passion for someone, for something. But the sort of clouds are parting here, and you're getting some clarity on what it is you want to move towards. with the Nellist the Alchemist and Ilby the Retriever. So Nellist is alchemical change, irrevocable change. So if you have been stuck, and you do appear to have been stuck as to which way to go, Nellist is going to make it really clear for you, because she is actually going to show you the path. And with Ilby here, it could be that you are returning to something from your past, a lost love, a lost hope, a lost dream, a lost career path, whatever it is. There's some sort of clarity coming in for you, which will take you back to this complete commitment. You will be able to choose a path this week, Cancer females, and then commit in that direction. It looks fantastic. For my Cancerian males, a pretty slow week. This energy is very much continuing, I would say, throughout the week, because I have the Four of Swords here. And this is choosing a new path. This is sort of meditation, time out. It's like the Hermit in its mini form. So it's very calm energy. You know, I'm not seeing any sickness, possibly just a little bit confusion still. I'm trying to recover from something, usually mentally, but it could be emotionally with the Eight of Cups here as well. So a quiet week, basically, Cancerian males. With the Guardian of the Gate, I don't think we're there yet, but this is, we're on the path, if you like. The Guardians do guard the gate, and you have to be in a, you know, a particular vibration, if you like, have learned what you need to learn to be allowed through, to lift off. But this is aiming for a passage to a new life. It's been able to move from one realm to the next, and again, it is significant change, but I don't think you're going to be there quite until maybe later on in the week. With this combination, I would say it's a wee bit longer, but take the time you need, make the correct decision, and then move towards what you want to commit yourself to. It's all quite lovely and peaceful, that. Now for my Scorpio, you've got the Seven of Wands as your main energy here. So this is some battles. It can be in the workplace. This can be a lot of colleague infighting. It is rivalry. It's stiff competition, you know, for jobs, for a promotion, for a person. You feel that you're kind of up against it here. Now for my females, you have a King of Wands here, who's come through as a gossip. So a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius and Leo. You might want to check out the fire signs reading if you're dealing with one. And they're coming through as a gossip. It's difficult to say if they're in their most negative attributes or they're positive here. But gossip can never be good, in my opinion. There's something here where I think you're coming to an acceptance about what this individual's nature is. This acceptance card is where this is a waitress, and she's not really happy with her lot in life. She has got a boyfriend or a partner at home who doesn't treat her particularly well, but she doesn't really think she can do better than that, so she sort of sticks with it. And as she's serving up this wee pie, she cuts a chunk to take to someone, and she says to her friend, who's actually a wee spirit, it's like her imaginary friend, "This is my life, I never get the whole pie." And they say to her, "Well, have you ever considered that your pie was always meant to be heart-shaped?" It sort of makes her think, and she goes home, leaves them, and her life is transformed. So if you're dealing with someone who's maybe not... doesn't have the qualities that you would like in a partner, you may be coming to that sort of realization here. There is some sort of communication here, so you may be talking about this to your King of Wands this week. This is Arvo Parrot. It's very calm in his communication. He can speak through dreams if it's not like, you know, verbal one-to-one communication, but it is a time where you're maybe just watching the signals. You may be watching this person, listening carefully to what they have to say, and deciding that there may be a little bit of a gossip, and you may actually make the decision to move on from them with the fairies of the future here. Everything that's all sort of, you know, sepia coloured tone is what's fading. I mean, the past is still there, all the memories are still there, but what is being brought into focus is the bright fairies. and they're all moving in the same direction here. This does, to me, always signify with a little bit of regret, not being quite convinced that you want to go, but at the same time knowing that you have to. It is about being very present, but it can just mean that you're maybe travelling. You could be at a distance from this person, but it is sort of time to make a decision, especially with the complete commitment here for a certain direction. This is 3-3 and your Mermaid of Immersion is 4-4. Both master numbers here, Cancerian females. So yeah, when you come to this decision, and I think you will very soon, I think your path will be fairly clear and you might be moving away from this conflict. For my Cancerian males, this is pretty awesome, I have to say. You've come through as a King of Cups, which is your own energy, with the Ace of Cups. I did get on this, Roxanne, I won't share you with another boy. I feel that there's a person here, either that you're in a relationship with, or you've had a relationship, you've just got your eye on, and they might be highly sought after. There might be a lot of competition for this person, and I really feel that you're stepping into alpha male role this week, Cancerian males, which is very not like the King of Cups. I would say a word of warning coming through as the King of Cups, Orpheus here. Where Orpheus goes wrong is in his lack of trust in himself. He has gone through many trials to get his wife back, Eurydice, and at the last minute he loses her because he doesn't actually trust the process, so to speak. He doesn't even trust in his own abilities for his musical prowess, that she'll continue to follow his music out of the underworld, and he just glances back to check, and that's when she's vanished forever. So yeah, have some faith. You do seem very fired up to pursue a love interest here, to compete if that is necessary, because you think this person is your destiny and you're incredibly passionate about them. What an incredible combination. Complete commitment. So I think you have made a decision here, or you will very shortly, Cancerian males, and it's all good. I mean, it really is quite terrific. So there you go. Water signs, advice for water signs for the first week in October. What advice, please, Spirit, do you have for my water signs? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for the first week in October. Advice for water signs for this reading. Be graceful in movement and action. Let's read this. This is about being on your tippy toes, being ready for all eventualities and to handle them with expertise. Shaolin Master, where are you? It's the season. You're being guided to flow like water, blow like air, and connect with your purest intentions. Don't feel you need to rush ahead. A gentler approach will be more fruitful and rewarding. Move with subtlety and grace. Reach high, but also ask yourself how you can move with the flow of life rather than pushing against it. Do you have the capacity to refocus your gaze at this time? Can you slow down or take more time to soften and breathe as you move forward? All of this will be incredibly beneficial for what happens next. So be slow and steady, breathe and flow, and take a gentler approach. Lovely stuff. Please like on your way out the door. If you would like a personal, my information is below, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.